Architectural merit, the Deerfield Hall in Mississauga. Would the following team members please come to the front to receive their award? The University of Toronto Mississauga, Perkins & Will, EXP Services Inc., Eastern Construction Company Limited, Alliance Forming Limited, Canadian Precast Limited, and Dufferin Concrete, a division of Wholesome Canada. Deerfield Hall is the newest addition to the University of Toronto's Mississauga campus. The 110,000 square foot mixed-use academic building creates new state-of-the-art facilities for the faculties of drama, mathematics, and psychology, as well as providing dining facilities, student study space, and a range of learning environments for the campus at large. The design for Deerfield Hall structures its main public spaces around a boldly articulated concrete framework, where the presence of wood and the nearby forests is echoed in the board forming of the architectural concrete. The dialogue between dark and light, warm and cool, mass and plain wood, and the memory of wood in the concrete surfaces characterizes the entire interior treatment, giving Deerfield Hall a sense of permanence and warmth that has been enthusiastically received by the student body. Would a representative please come forward?
I have the dubious distinction of being the first person to go through this routine. The rewards are heavy, so, leave them over there. Don't try and get up the stairs with them. You've heard a bit about the project, and we're very honored to receive this award. And I'm really speaking on behalf of a huge team that really starts from the kind of top down with our clients at the University of Toronto Mississauga, who are really a visionary client who supports great architecture and quality construction. I'd really like to thank them. Stepanka's here representing. And then Eric Zvoniga representing Eastern Construction. They were our client. It was a design-build project. And an amazing set of designers and sub-trades that helped this building come into play, starting with EXP Engineering, Alliance, and Canadian Precast, all providing incredible ingenuity in achieving what was really a challenging timeline. Our objective with this project was to really create a building that would set up the first part of a master plan for a really significant site on the campus, replacing the building's first structure, which is a temporary structure built in the late 60s, and is going to be seen out over several years. And this is really kind of the first footprint in the sand that was going to shape that. So we wanted to set up a really strong palette of materials and an architectural language that would kind of set the course for the future, but also reflect the campus's past. And really, the two first buildings on campus were very strong concrete structures. So we were immediately drawn to concrete, and the play of concrete against wood and against a terracotta cladding that we used on the upper stories. So when we began to think about concrete, we were really looking back to Canadian modernism and the way that board form concrete and poured in place concrete had such a strong role in Canadian architecture in the 60s and 70s. And really, I have an uncle who's an architect. He's in his 70s, and he romanticizes that great heroic age of concrete Canadian architecture. And you can think of Ron Tom and John Andrews, and so we were kind of referencing that, and we thought, but how can we do it now? And how can we do it on a design build schedule, which is only 22 months from the time the team is chosen to the doors opening? And we did achieve that schedule thanks to Eric's whip. And we thought, well, we're going to have to be imaginative. We're not going to pour the whole building out of concrete. We're going to use a combination of poured in place for structural components and interior components, and then and precast for the exterior cladding and landscape components. So we were really working with a combination of smooth architectural structural components in an architectural concrete language, and then board-formed structural components in contrast. And again, looking to a way to expedite the schedule and get this thing done. some very innovative approaches to forming, and the schedule, of course, forced the group at Alliance to pour in all kinds of weather and all kinds of temperatures. And we were looking at using latex liners to create the board form effect in a range of temperatures that probably, that product isn't really designed for. But they were kind of heroic in their ability to make things work out in the end. And a great deal of almost handcrafting of the concrete went into the end result as we dealt with a series of, basically conditions where it didn't turn out the way we wanted, but we got it right in the end. And I really want to thank Alliance in particular for sticking with it and giving us a fantastic result. So I think we're very honored to receive the award. We think concrete makes the language of the building, but that it took a real commitment to and a belief in the architectural ends on all the sub-trays. And I guess, Eric, you make them do that somehow. You get them to follow you in there. But I was, we were very pleased at the end, and we thought it was kind of fitting that we would receive an award, it's called the Architectural Merit Award, but I think it was really about the construction team's ability to technically achieve the architectural ends, and their resourcefulness and commitment that made that happen. So I want to thank our client's clients, and all the people that built the building and the concrete components of it. And I'd like to thank my team at Perkins & Will. We have Jason Nelson and Amy Dermick here, who they really did all the heavy lifting. I just, I do all the heavy talking, they do all the heavy lifting. And that's just life. Okay, thank you very much.